As podcast is a platform for us to simply express our thoughts, opinions, and experiences concerning our faith and events around the world. We're here for your entertainment, encouragement, and edification of the body. We're humans like yourself and are not the final authority of views expressed. Only the Most High Yah is. Feel free to agree, disagree, edify, question, and comment however you're led to in the comments. We are many members of one body under Messiah and look forward to communing as a family with mutual respect. Shalom and enjoy the pod. Kingdom Outkasts.
Just go and stare and watch me burn. But that's alright because I like the way it hurts. Just go and stare and hear me cry. But that's alright because I love the way you lie. I love the way you lie. That's the American people to the United States government, aka the Israeli government. Especially the ones of California when we get to that.
Boss BB.
Love the way you lie.
You just love the way you lie.
Just wild. You knew what they were doing in that booth. They were
Right.
just making that song for the American people.
Exactly. We gotta sit there. I'm telling you, it has to be me. Welcome to another episode of Kingdom Outkasts podcast. I am your host, Mashak Brandon Mashak, and we have the Golden,
Hey everyone, it's Deja.
the Cave.
Elijah Eliyahu back up in here, episode 50, podcasting the truth of the way.
You know who it was on the tip of my tongue who I think of you when I look.
No, don't do this. Don't do this.
I was like the one who had the spirit of Elijah, John the Baptizer.
Take it. I'll take it.
Yes.
I'll take it.
Give that man some sheepskin.
I'll take it.
He's saying that you look like you live in the wilderness, babe.
No. What I'm saying is he looks zealous.
Zealous.
He looks he looks zealous.
You know, actually, I just baked some locusts, so we can have them after the show.
The honey on top.
Hey.
You know.
Oh man, this is episode 50,
5-0.
half a century.
Oh,
Wow.
It's a milestone episode.
That is a milestone.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I can't believe we've done this 49 and 3/4 times.
Clap it up. Appreciate all praises to the Most High for allowing us to get here. This is all for His
Hallelujah.
glory at the end
Yes.
of the day.
Hallelujah.
But yeah, you guys, what's y'all week been like? What's
And thank y'all for sticking with us. 50 episodes. This is
yeah.
big, it wouldn't be a podcast without our viewers. So we just thank y'all. And we just encourage y'all, as you're watching this video right now, it is a free way to help us out by liking the video. And as we're talking about some of these extremely juicy content that we're going to be getting into, make sure y'all drop some comments and let us know what y'all think. And then share it with other people. But my week has been... My week. Where has it gone? Man, I tell you, the year's just flying by. This week's been smooth, though. We're going to touch on this at the end of the episode, but seeing all that is happening in the financial space with cryptocurrency it's been really interesting this week. And it's like working in corporate, I see how far behind corporate is, with this. At least from my understanding.
Yeah.
Maybe they got some NDA signed or something, I don't know. But it's just like, I'm like, bro, y'all gonna need me all the more. So just preparing for that. Still doing that soursop bitter stuff. So my digestive issues have been decreased, and I'm off my medicine. So no more ibuprofen 800.
Off my medicine.
I was on ibuprofen 800 for the myocarditis.
Oh yeah.
So I'm off that, and it's just a blessing. So
all praise to the Most High for
yes,
sure. Seriously.
Yes, I praise y'all for that, and I'm excited to now not be required to eat. So I've been getting a little bit chubbier, and I'm gonna blame the medicine. Because you have to have food on your stomach to take.
Brother Kim said you're only getting chubbier because you're happy because of me.
Oh,
He was like, clearly you're making Elijah happier, which is why he's getting chubby.
yeah, that's also true.
Okay,
But
continue.
There's another side
Okay.
where I have to eat, but now I don't have to anymore as much, So I'm looking forward to that. Just getting more in the Word, fasting, and just not having to eat as much, feel bloated. Yeah.
Hallelujah. I am glad that the medication is officially over with.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I know you're in the clear, I
Yeah.
didn't feel right about it until you were just done, having to be medicated and no more follow-ups. And so it was good.
Yeah.
My week has been pretty well.
Glad you feel.
Oh, moment.
Yeah.
My week has been well. It's been good. Things have gotten a little shifty at work, though. They kind of rolled out some things and, set us into some last minute meetings and pretty much told us that they have brought on all of these like teams from India and overseas contractors.
Oh my gosh.
And that they're going to be replacing the people that were supporting us before. And whenever this shift happens in corporate, the quality of work, it just naturally kind of goes down.
Oh yeah.
Because before, when I need to troubleshoot issues in the system, I would just chat with, one of my teammates, fellow employees. But now it's going to a contractor overseas who's going to help me remotely from where they are. And you can just kind of feel that squeeze on the economy in the workforce. But yeah, other than that, week's been good. I had a women's call Friday night, which was really good. We have a small group of like 5 to 6, but usually it's just the 5 of us women who will connect. We've been doing this group for like over 2 years now, and we don't have a real like regular cadence or anything. It's just every now and again we'll jump on and speak on a particular topic. This time we talked about the younger teaching up, or the older teaching up the younger. Basically the importance of like mentoring and teaching the younger, or being taught in the word, in the ways of the word, how to be a righteous woman. And I just feel like a lot of Black women, we have this experience where like we want to walk in the ways of the Most High, but maybe that's not necessarily what we were raised on. I feel like I've always had great mentors and women in my life, but a lot of women will say like, no, I chose salvation, but I went against everything that was normal in my family, and I'm the first person to try and live this way. And it's difficult. Like, it's not our normal. It's not our culture as far as, and that's what it's like also getting into like, just, the Hebrew and changing the holidays and creating community. Like, we're starting everything from scratch. These things weren't just handed down to us. So, yeah, it's been good though. How about you, Brandon?
Week has been cool, man. Busy and blessed with work. The markets have been green, so that's good. Made some good trading this week. Avoided a nice little, almost could have been like little scruffy debacle at the gym. One coach had some misunderstandings with some stuff, and we had to talk it out. You know what I mean?
Oh,
It's funny. Any person who's ever beefed with me in the gym, there's always the biggest Negro. Literally the biggest Negro in the gym.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? The last guy.
is it you going after
No.
these oversized Negroes?
No. So like with this one situation, well, with the passage, we had a client who I coached for over a year for competition. And then because, she's in a polyamorous relationship, she married.
Pause.
She's in a polyamorous marriage, right? There's
Wait,
another
it's two
coach there
women?
that she finds is cute.
Okay.
Oh, so is it open, or is it I'm committed to 2 people?
She's out here.
Because that's not, to me, like, that's different. That's an open relationship. I mean, you can just date anyone.
They're married and they go and sleep with other people.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah, it's wild, yeah. But basically was attracted to this guy in the gym, right? Mm-hmm. And and he trained her for free or whatever for the portfolio.
But she was charging. That's good. I'm glad you were charging.
Oh, I was still, exactly. He didn't get paid. But he only really helped her for the last 4 months leading up into the competition. And for whatever reason, and I was only came across this information like almost a year later. But one of the coaches said they overheard him complain to somebody else about me taking credit. Oh. And it's like, Negro, I did a whole post, tagged you in there, said thank you for your expertise and what you helped in the last 4 months out of our year and a half of training.
Uh-huh.
You know, like, but he's never actually said anything to me
Of course
about
not.
it. So he's just talking about right behind my back. But his other situation was this one dude, cool dude, Muslim background, but basically he had a client there who I didn't actually really know was a client. I actually thought they were related because I would see her help out and record and stuff. But I know me and her had talked a little bit. I noticed she was in the truth as well. So we chopped it up on that. And I guess I gave her some advice here and there at some point, like after seeing her. But he had approached me about, giving his clients advice, and I was like, "Oh, this is your client." Like, I'm thinking you're her dad. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So we had to clear that up. You know what I mean? But I just know growth, because if this was in the past, I might have been a little bit more hot-headed.
It's been open beef at that point. It just would have been open beef.
Not just open beef. Just it's like, hey, Negro, don't like approach me in the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? That's feels like I got 8th grade high school slapbox day, flashback. You know what I'm saying? So
that'll do it.
But it was cool. It really was peace. You know what I'm saying? It was peace.
Okay.
But yeah, this week has been cool, man. Can't complain. I shoot. Shabbat was great yesterday. I think service was for sure. Subject.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
Yeah, I thought it was great too. Let's get into our precept.
For sure.
Let's get into it.
But I just want to say, I didn't know that Nimrod was older than Abraham, but was still on Earth like in Esau's days.
He used to depict as a giant in other civilizations.
Interesting
Stuff.
That's one thing I learned.
Yeah, I didn't know that Esau killed Nimrod.
Yeah.
Straight decapitation. Yeah. What's interesting is in the writings of Abraham found in Peppery, Egypt. You can look him up. But Abraham says in these, right? He actually prophesies. No. I got it actually. But he basically prophesied of the older slaying Nimrod, basically, of the older. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was prophesied in the time of Abraham that this would actually happen, and it was just kind of.
It's interesting though. They both are great hunters, and their bloodline are also hunters and colonizers. So interesting. Like I found the garments interesting as well. Like who is how now, but
yeah, those are mentioned in the writings of Abraham too. The garments.
I wonder what kind of garments they were.
I mean, it was probably like, they all be wearing the and that's how they do depict Adam and Eve, like kind of like with leaves and stuff. So it was probably something kind of like that.
Yeah.
With the
like a tunic.
Yeah. Like it was for Adam. It was literally just the bottom part, and for Eve, Ishtar, how she probably got power was wearing Eve's.
That makes sense.
Well, you know what? Never mind. Because Esau killed Nimrod and then took the garments. So no, never mind.
But that doesn't mean that she still didn't
have
maybe Eve's garments.
Had them. Yeah. The study.
Interesting.
Okay. Interesting.
Precept. See, y'all just want to get on here and make so much noise.
Deuteronomy 28. We're going to be coming from the blessings.
This is a classic. We should have started with this one.
Classic. Yeah, I just wanted to talk about Deuteronomy 28. Why not? It's always good.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully you guys can see it on the screen. All right. I'm going to be reading 1 through 10. If you fully obey the Lord your God and carefully follow all his commands I give you today, the Lord your God will set you high above all the nations on earth. All these blessings will come on you and accompany you if you obey the Lord your God. You'll be blessed in the city and blessed in the country.
Hallelujah.
The fruit of your womb will be blessed, and the crops of your land and the young of your livestock, the calves of your herds and the lambs of your flocks. Your basket and your kneading trowel will be blessed. You'll be blessed when you come in and blessed when you go out. The Lord will grant that the enemies who rise up against you will be defeated before you. They will come at you from one direction, but flee from you in 7. The Lord will send a blessing on your barns and everything you put your hand to. The Lord your God will bless you in the land he is giving you. The the Lord will establish you as his holy people, as he promised you on oath, if you keep the commands of the Lord your God and walk in obedience to him. Then all the peoples of the earth on earth will see that you are called by the name of the Lord, and they will fear you. Hallelujah.
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 Yeah.
That's definitely that's about right there, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember we used to recite this at Boom, Believers in One Messiah,
Yes.
every towards the beginning of service, and that was a powerful thing because we're speaking those blessings, on us,
Yes, and I do think that is some of the difference between the blessings or the fruitfulness of the world versus blessings that are of God. You can see that there are people and people groups around the world who have wealth. They do have wealth, but this is not just earthly wealth. You're talking about the ability to defeat your enemies. You're talking about having a blessed flock in the fruit of your body. Like these are not things that money can't buy alone.
Mm-hmm.
That favor from the Most High is greater than a natural earthly riches.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, the part that I really appreciate and just am drawn towards is how, like in verse 9, it says, the Lord will establish you as his holy people, as he promised you on oath, if you keep the commands of the Lord your God and walk in obedience to him. And it's one of those chapters I like to read often throughout the week to remind myself of the blessings, but also to just remain in obedience unto the Most High. Like, and doing what I can to, hear from Holy Spirit and just be, in obedience, I think. I think that coming up in like Christianity, like in church, you don't really get taught the law. And I don't think we should return back to law, but the law has so many great aspects to it, in the sense of like just being obedient and realizing that from our obedience unto the Most High, like that's how he can bless us when we're in right standing with him. And of course, our right standing now is only in Yahshua and our faith in him.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that there's been this a doctrine of abusing grace that's been overly promoted, that you can live in a lawless sense and not face any of the consequences when the Most High established like a spiritual law, So that's just my takeaway.
Mm-hmm.
I do appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure, man. Obedience is better than sacrifice. If we're looking for the Hebrew word, we have 30 Strong's 3349 Yeka. All right, Yika. Actually, Yika.
Which is the word obedience.
Right. In the KJV, gathering to obey. In NASB, obedience. It's very simple. Obedience scorns. Overview depicts a willing personal submission that unites a people around lawful authority. The attested only twice. The term anchors two strategic passages: Jacob's messianic oracle and Agur's wisdom saying, so that the concept of obedience becomes a thread binding royal promise to family piety. And then the word origin comes from yeke, and yeke or jeke, it means obedient, and it's also a symbolic name for Solomon.
Interesting.
Definition: father of Agur. Jeke recorded as father of Agur, the inspired sage who sings from Proverbs 30. The name is commonly connected with roots that convey the ideas of obedient, blameless, or pious, fitting a man remembered chiefly for having reared a son whose words were judged worthy of inclusion in Holy Scripture. And so, there's a couple of, ways that obedience is used in the word. But it's very simple, to be honest. That definition is just to obey.
Yeah. I like to say personal submission that unites a people around lawful authority. and us being obedient unto the Most High, it's going to unite us all the more, in Yahshua.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that that single-mindedness.
Mm-hmm.
And what's funny is that I actually really just came across a reading in my study this week where the Most High, where Yeshua was talking about, how his people have to have one mind. Man, I wish I just kind of had. Oh, here it is. And Yeshua, when Yahushua arrived to Matthew's house, he found the other tax gatherers had assembled there, with many others who did not observe Torah of Moshe, which were in the holy books of the Yahudim. While eating, Yahushua said, "No man of himself can know right from wrong, for what is right in one man's eye can be wrong in another's. Therefore, strife arises among them. Only when men accept a single standard of judgment and abide by it can there be peace. When men live together without the light of the Torah, they are like a house built on unmortared bricks, or like men trying to tow a boat, but pulling all different directions. There are two laws: the law of men and the Torah of the Father who is in heaven. When I speak of Torah, I do not mean the law of men. I am the lighting, illuminating of Yah's Torah, so men see it more clearly. Though I fulfill the Torah, I do not change it. Never say this is right or that is wrong, but only this is right or wrong according to the Torah in the light of Yahusha. I bring new oil for the lamp of the Torah, for that within it is now impure, and the light produces too much obscuring smoke. For I am the Son of Man who bear the sufferings of men, coming to fulfill their hopes, even as it had been foretold. Is it not said amongst the cenat that the Son of Man is perfected man who will set the standard for those who wish to be true sons of Elohim? And so, that's what, Yeshua says. That's it from the book of the Nazarene, by the way.
I need to reread that.
Expanded conversations with Matthew's crib. So
just being on one accord. So it sounds like then obedience also means being in agreement on one accord about the standard.
Yeah, and obeying, and what obeying looks like, which is sin is the transgression of the Torah. That's completely against America's whole thing: diversity and inclusion, and what you're right, and this right, my truth, your truth. Yeah,
there's no standard.
Yeah,
no standard. It's just free. It's free. It's freeing. It's freeing. I guess is the best way to say it. There's no real freedom. It's bondage, but it's like you do what you want. You do what you want, and we're gonna say it's okay.
Say all of it's right. Yeah,
exactly. We don't even know the effects of what is gonna happen.
Yeah,
we're just gonna say, all right, cool.
Yes, which is why the precept was good, because that's one thing I don't remember really learning in church as a kid about the promises of the Most High, the Deuteronomy 28. Like, that's a major thing. These are major promises. These are things to look forward to. This is the evidence of the fruit. And I don't believe I ever was taught.
For one, in our own individual lives, and then eventually as a nation.
Yeah.
We can definitely look around. I can see, that's a person that's experiencing a blessing from the Most High in their life.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Because of how they're walking. Not that their life is perfect, but that walk. And so, just more. I feel like more of us are walking into those blessings, even monetarily. And what I've seen recently, to be honest, and I feel like that's the more that happens, the more nation building is also going to occur.
I agree. Yeah, because it does take money.
For sure.
When you mentioned, growing up as a kid, I don't feel like it was ever not hard time, but like even discussed about the importance of obedience in general. Now, as I'm thinking about it, I'm like, I don't know how you can communicate that to a child, but when we have kids, I'm like, yo, we got to teach them the importance of obedience.
Yeah.
And like,
spare the rod,
not
spare the child. What they say?
I don't know. Don't spare the rod or whatever.
Spare the rod, spoil the child.
Yes. But I was thinking about it in the sense of like, no, like if you're obedient, I'm gonna bless you. I'm gonna give you more responsibility. Like I'm gonna be able to trust you. It's the same with the Most High. You know what I mean? Like it's not just because I'm like I want to be the authoritative figure. I want to like by you being obedient unto me, it's like you're just gonna allow for me to love you all the more and just give you more. Like of course, if you want a car, 12, go ahead.
No, that's good. That is good comparison. Just the increase in trust because of our obedience.
Yeah,
you can trust us.
Right.
Okay, let's jump into current events.
All right, we got a good amount of them, you guys. So
where are we starting?
All right, Epstein files. We don't even have anything to read for you guys.
Dun, dun, dun.
Or lack of. It's a lack of Epstein files.
The lack of them.
Yeah, we don't have nothing to read.
Why do you think that they're withholding this information? Why do you think that after all their research, the conclusion is that there's no conclusion?
Well, you know what, and right after this, we should actually go right into the State Department of Anti-Trafficking one too, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
But yeah, you know what? Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think we said this on the podcast before, but with the Diddy trial, which is very similar, in the Epstein list, this is just a distraction. It is seriously just a distraction, but it is a serious issue. Don't get me wrong, but it's a distraction from more of this ushering into this new age that we're going to talk about as our main topic. So we know Trump. He literally during the campaign run, he was talking about, okay, we're going to make sure, like in the beginning of his presidency, he was like, all right, we are going to make sure that the Epstein client list gets revealed. All the information is going to be out. Pam Bondi, his attorney general, was like, all right, yes, the list is on my desk. And now they just can't find the list.
She clarified that she was referring to the files being on her desk, that she would review the files.
The files?
Yeah.
What's the difference between the file? The list is in the files.
In her mind, I reviewed the files. Well, not in her mind. What she's saying, her politically correct answer is, I reviewed the files. There wasn't a list. All we found was horrific, imagery that no one will ever be able to see because it's so horrific. Mm. But there weren't any names. There weren't any clients. There weren't any funds being transferred for, basically trafficking.
You lie! Right. You lie. You worship the way you lie. You liar. You liar.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So the next one, the State Department of Anti-Trafficking.
I wanted to say on that subject real quick is, who was it? What news station or whatever came out and was like, basically Trump was like, he basically said, anybody who wants to know about this Epstein, it's such a boring thing.
It's so boring. People are asking about this.
Really on it. People are really on it. If you're still on it, I just think you're a horrible person. Just like what?
Gaslighting.
How many you have like with this guy?
And videos.
And it was dropped that he sent a 50th birthday letter to Epstein on a very popular news site article. And that, of course, he came in press conference, deny. I didn't even say the word enigma, which was in it in Negro. There's video of your rallies using the word enigma.
Oh my god.
But yeah, he's trying to cover up. But yeah.
So it ties right into another current event that we're seeing, how they're trying to cover it up all the more with, not necessarily with Epstein, but with the State Department now making or defunding the anti-trafficking efforts. So we see here on this website, that's what they're trying to do.
I'll read just a little bit. Among the people reaping benefits from the Donald Trump second term, pedophiles and other sex offenders are currently on the list. I've written about various moves the Trump administration has taken and have undermined the country's ability to combat human sex trafficking, including child sex trafficking and assist victims. And see Washington State for an example of administration successfully inhibiting child sex abuse litigations. And one might have suspected that the ongoing swirl of controversy around President's past friendship with the late alleged sex trafficker Epstein would have caused this trend to stop, but you'd be wrong.
They note that there is an ironic timing.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically, earlier this week, Rep. Sarah asked Deputy Secretary of State Michael Regas about cuts during a House hearing. Regas claimed there was a number of redundant functions being performed by tip office employees, but he didn't offer any examples. So they're basically just saying that they're wasting time. The traffic department is redundant. They're not doing nothing much, and I just think it's literally just cover it up for everybody. You know what
Basically.
I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Enough of that.
We already know what that's about.
Yes. Wickedness.
But pivot into Fred ex CEO.
Yeah.
All right.
How are you feeling, man?
Yeah. So this one is pretty interesting. Let me see. So if y'all know what's this woman's name again? The CEO of X. Let me just read. Musk AI firm forced to delete posts praising Hitler from Grok chatbot. Elon Musk of artificial intelligence from AI has deleted inappropriate posts on X after company's chatbot began praising Adolf Hitler, referring to itself as Mecha Hitler and making anti-Semitic comments in response to user queries. And some now deleted posts that refer to a person with a common Jewish surname as someone who was, quote, celebrating the tragic deaths of white kids, quote, in the Texas floods as future fascists. Yeah.
So are you saying that she resigned due to the glitches in the AI behind that?
Yeah, right, exactly. Because basically she already knows, the ish people are going to come for me. The ADL is going to come for me. You know what I mean? Just like we saw with Kyrie Irving and other situations.
I mean, it's not her fault necessarily. It's more like the AI's fault.
Yeah. And the AI even said in one post that it wasn't anywhere over 271 victims, 71,000 victims. Me personally, I believe that number is actually a little bit more under 1.5 million. I actually showed the screenshot of that Google memorial on here one time an episode. But you can Google Maps in Auschwitz, right over there. Mm-hmm. There's a memorial that says, "Here lies a memorial commemorating the 1.5 million, mainly Jews, of men, women, and children who died in the Holocaust." Wait a minute, not 6 million, 1.5 million. You know what I mean? And it said mainly. You know what I mean? I can send it to Tim so you can put it on a screenshot, but it's an easy Google Maps as well. But
yeah, they got to get Grok together for sure because it's interesting.
Twitter is AI too.
But AI isn't AI built to tell the truth?
No, it can be biased and is biased. It's based on the data that it has.
Yeah,
so if it has
all over the web.
Yeah, it's definitely biased. I've heard people refer to certain AI tools as being more left leaning as opposed to others. So they have all AI has bias for sure.
Because
it's continuously learning.
It must be really doing some deep dives into the internet for real to come up to its conclusions, because it's not actually very easy finding information or knowledge that goes against the current narrative of what we know about this stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because to be honest, when you Google stuff in AI, right, it'll give like a generic answer for the AI, but you can do some deeper diving to find credible sources that actually go against it a little bit.
Yeah.
But people, if you want to put this on a screenshot real fast, then we can move on. But anybody can Google Maps this location. This is Auschwitz-Birkenau State Museum in Judenrampe. You can look from the satellite view here.
Tell them one more time.
Okay.
Please.
I like for our episode to not maybe get flagged.
We're not. All we're doing is reading Google Maps.
Open. Yeah. It's too late for that. We're Kingdom Outkasts.
Right.
So we're Kingdom Outkasts. Why does it never wants to populate whenever we're recording? It never wants to show.
Oh,
Yeah, like I did the same way for this, and it's just not. I saved it the same way, but now it's not here.
All right, we'll just get the most high protection. Moving on.
Yeah.
Hey,
Okay.
look, you guys, you can Google Maps it yourself. Anyways.
Yeah.
Next one, Fred Hammond.
Yeah. Fred Hammond, I'm disappointed in you, man. If he accepted this.
I mean, it was honorary, yeah.
Gospel legend Fred Hammond inducted as honorary member of Phi Beta Sigma. Today, Phi Beta Sigma fraternity honored Grammy-winning award gospel music pioneer Fred Hammond with honorary membership during its 2025 International Conclave in Tampa, Florida. The induction recognizes Hammond's decades of musical innovation and unwavering commitment to faith-based service in Black communities. With a career spanning over 40 years, Fred Hammond has shaped the sound of modern gospel music as a founder member of the group Commission, and later as a solo artist. Hammond helped pioneer the urban praise and worship movement, merging traditional gospel with contemporary R&B and hip-hop elements. His catalog includes classic albums like Pages of Life, Spirit of David, and Purpose by Design, which rooted in spiritual depth and cultural relevance.
They that wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up on wings like an eagle that soars. They shall run and not get weary.
Okay.
They that wait
on the Lord.
Lord.
All right. So wait on. Okay. We're excited to welcome this class of honorary members to Phi Beta Sigma Brotherhood, said Chris V. Ray J. G., International President of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity, Inc. Their professional achievements in community service engagement make them a perfect candidate for honorary membership. Fred Hammond now stands among an elite group of 2025 honorary inductees, including civil rights leader Dr. Howard Fuller, hip-hop icon Edward Special Ed Archer, actor singer Leon Robinson, former infant Pope L player and academic Dr. George Kuhn, Southern University Chancellor D. John K. Perry, fashion entrepreneur Dave Unk Huey, and financial freedom advocate Dr. DeFrost Bisoris. But yeah, man, you know, I like Fred Hammond a lot. I even love Fred Hammond.
Oh.
My parents are devout fans of Fred Hammond. Have even, I think, they even got to meet him at one of his concerts. Actually, a couple times.
Yeah.
And you know, I just think it's ignorance. I think it's he does not have that knowledge or have gone on a deep dive of fraternities and where they come from, and what they are.
Yeah,
I think it's just that boule mindset where you haven't really made it until the powers that be said you made it. So for us in the Black community, they kind of are the powers that be.
The boule. Yeah, they were set over us.
They were set over us, yes. So I think that him accepting the award is just him saying that I'm being recognized within our community for doing something that is legendary, and they are the powers that be. They are the bourgeois, and they decide who's who.
Yeah, Phi Beta Sigma is one of the D9 fraternities, and he's not in college anymore. You know, but I wonder, because it says he was honorary. Like, what happens with the honorary? Can you decline being like the membership? First off, I wondered that, as well as do they make you take the oaths and then the initiation process? That's just
a good point.
A question that I have, because I mean he's there in the whole suit, you know, so he's repping it, and he's not Greek, he's Hebrew, you know. So if only we knew.
But, man,
he does have a lot of great music.
He does.
I'm still gonna listen to it.
He definitely does. But you know, it's just, yeah, man, it's just one of those things where it's
people
just
perish. Black knowledge.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Mhm.
So I don't know. Hope I'm pretty sure with this happening, he might have friends who know who might be trying to educate him possibly.
And I mean, like a lot of the artists in the gospel industry are compromised
For sure.
I see what was
Kirk Franklin,
but one of them had joined the Q's. I forgot what his name was, but he joined the Q's. So
the pastor.
He was like William Murphy, maybe, I think.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I'm like, you gotta study these things because you don't even know what you're tying yourself up into. It's idolatry.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But shoot, next, California bill Palisades.
Yeah.
Shoot, man. I like how this title is worded on Los Angeles Times. Conspiracy theories thwart rebuilding plan after LA County wildfires. This is July 17th. This week, a reality TV show star Spencer Pratt posted multiple videos on social media savaging a proposed state bill on wildfire rebuilding. And one, Pratt told his 2 million TikTok followers that he consulted an artificial intelligence engine about Senate Bill 549. He said it told him this legislation would allow LA County to buy burned out lots in specific holidays, convert them to low income housing, strip away local zoning decisions, and push dense construction. He urged people to oppose it. Quote, "I don't even think this is political," quote, Pratt said. Quote, "This is a common sense post." Quote, none of what Pratt said is in the bill. I mean, there's gaslighting, I feel like. But yeah, basically, but over the last week, much information fueled furor as overwhelmed in conversion of Los Angeles at state capitol social media about wildfire recovery. Posts have preyed on fears of neighboring change, mistrust of government authorities, and prejudice against low-income housing to assert, among other things, that the wildfires are set intentionally to raise Palisades and replace the community with affordable housing. But we don't got to read much more. It's a thing of where, the community's like, nah, we see what y'all doing.
Yeah, so doing exactly what people suspected them of doing, which was intentionally burning down the area in order to build something like, I think the theory we had said that it was something like a smart city or some kind of a
smart cities.
Shared space for commoners.
Interesting, like communal living. But yeah, we know that LA is hosting, I think, the Olympics in 2028. They're hosting some major sporting event, and there's this huge push to make LA a smart city. Which, I mean, I feel like most of it probably already is, but there's probably areas where they're like, all right, well, we can develop this into, some low income housing. But it kind of goes back into that, and then it goes into the dues, the direct energy weapons as well. Yeah. It makes you think. It just makes you think, like, man, what's going on?
Yeah, this is stuff we already kind of saw when we talked about this in an earlier podcast, for real. Like, this is exactly what they're doing. And, but I'm proud that to some degree we've actually been able to thwart the plans. If that was something that we can get all 50 countries or states on fire, like, we could actually do something. But
And that's why I think it's a reality that knowledge increase in in the last days, because we're in a time where the powers that be can try and do these things, but they really can't move in secret like they once did. There was a time where if there was a huge fire in LA, the majority of everyone who lives on the other side of the country would probably most likely not know about it. And if they decided to wait a while and then turn it into short-term housing, unless you happen to drive past that area or like very local to that area, you wouldn't even know it. Like if you lived in the northern parts of California, you wouldn't really be hearing about the news that's going on in downtown LA or wherever Palisades is.
Yeah, no, most definitely. Well,
talking about kicking people out.
Yeah,
we see the French no longer have a presence in West Africa, in Senegal.
Yeah, France withdraws from Senegal, ending its permanent military presence in West Africa. Quote, I'm gonna just skip to this quote. It is part of France's decision to end permanent military base in Central Africa in response to the Senegalese authorities' desire to no longer host permanent foreign forces in their territory. Its primary goal is to affirm the autonomy of the Senegalese armed forces contributing to peace in sub-region in Africa and globally. I think that's enough. I think it's just all praise to the Most High.
Yes, that's a win for Africa.
Yeah, and for Bible prophecy of the Most High regathering His people, restoring their land.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just
remove the foreigner from among you.
People just don't realize, man, we are really living in a time where we're seeing the uptrend of Africa and the fall of Western, and that is literally a big step in. Okay, let's get y'all out of here. You know, so that's exciting news for sure.
Yeah, that's good.
We are going to we're going to react to Kai. I can't wait to see what the stank face meant. Yeah, so Kai Cenat, man, he takes a stand against a very big company for faith. I guess we'll see.
I guess we shall.
Let's watch and find out together.
Whatever you build from the ground up, you make sure you have that, you keep that, and
watch it one more time.
It's not good money. No matter what religion you believe in, look. Jesus Christ is real. There was a lot of things I just had to say no to. I want y'all to know that, bro. In life, no matter anything what it is okay to say no. Whatever you build from the ground up, you make sure you have that, you keep that, and
react.
So he's just basically saying he's not a sellout. He's never going to sell out. If you see him, you know, getting these certain big deals and sponsorships and everything, just know that he did not sell out to get it. That's what I took.
Yeah, it sounds like you know, he's just. I liked how he said, you know, not all money is good money, because that is so true. People don't realize that you can get tangled up with the wrong people just by saying yes. Like money, to some people, like money is something that they can literally just throw around very easily. Like they can drop $1 million in your bank account like right now, like if you just say yes to something. So with that being the case, like realizing that it's more important to focus on character, you know, and you know, the values that you want to exemplify. And you know, he's not rocking with Nike. Now, with Kai, I do love how he is saying that Jesus is real. Yahshua was real.
Yeah.
Or not, you know. But we got to talk about the realness. The realness of how we all need salvation.
Yes.
How we all are in need of eternal life, you know.
Salvation.
There's that aspect to it. And yesterday I came across a reel that was very, very interesting. I want for Brandon to hear this. You know. Oh yeah, you know, so I want for Brandon to be able to hear what I had to say with this this information that I came across, and I can't find the reel now. I don't know if it was taken off of the internet or what. But this streamer who he wanted to stream with Kai Cenat or something like that. It was this white guy, and he's like, all right, well, I want to talk about who manages Kai Cenat. And I thought that it was like, I'm like, interesting.
No, you actually asked me that last night, and I was like, I don't think anyone manages him. I was like, if anything, he might have like an accountant or a business manager. Yeah. But I'm thinking like he's really running this whole show just out of his basement,
which would be lovely
with twinning him.
But not really. That's not the case. He is managed by here. I'll show you. I'll share the screen because I want to pull this up. But so he's managed by the same company that manages Drewski, that manages Mr. Beast, and of course a couple other major you know, influencers.
This is a big company then.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, it's called Night Media, Night Company.
I've heard of it.
Yes, and it was owned and led by Reed Dusher, CEO and founder. Now, there's another guy. His name is Ezra Cooperstein.
Okay.
We know that type of name. You know what kind of name that is. We're not going to say it on the airways. We know what kind of name that is. I'm not
even if you catch my drift.
You know, this is just, you go look up who owns Night Media. And then even if you go on to Night Media.
Well, like we said, knowledge has increased. This is who they chose to go to. I'm not about to keep on thinking that blacks are getting swindled and certain groups of people are capitalizing on our talent. Like, y'all went to go be managed by these people.
You know?
The same thing we know, they know.
Right. So it's just like, it's interesting. It just makes me think. It just makes me think. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
But I pray that Cenat believes in Yahshua as Lord and Savior over his life,
our business.
and he chooses the way of the Most High.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I feel you. I
Yes, because
don't.
he has some serious influence.
Seriously.
Yeah. I okay. So I do think he sold out. I don't think he get to where how big he is.
I was not surprised. I was surprised by you saying that.
No,
I do. That. I've seen this very old image of Kai Cenat.
Mm-hmm.
It actually went viral on the internet, and anybody can look it up. But it's him as a kid with some two other black boys, and they all look mad, effeminate, almost transgender dress. The boy, he looks like maybe 12 or something in it, and it's oh wait, he's always been connected to the industry somehow or whatever. So I don't know. I feel like he was somebody.
But that's like a grooming thing. Is that the same as sold out?
I feel like he's groomed. Well, the thing is, if you're groomed into something, it's like souling out as at the beginning or at that. You know what I mean? But I think he's groomed into what he's doing. I mean, look, I don't know if that video is chopped up perfectly to fit that caption of him, fighting the powers and sponsors for Jesus or whatever. But it's also this thing of where it's I know there are some artists and places where you can't say Jesus, right?
Yeah.
But I also feel like some can get away with it, and it's only because the powers that be don't believe that they know that that's not even his real name. So some people are actually allowed to get away with it. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I honestly just think it. I hope it is what that looked like, though.
But the whole point was that Nike had decided to not move forward with him or dropped him, right?
Yeah.
Nike
is the Greek goddess.
Collaboration
with Nike. Okay, I got you.
Nike is the Greek goddess of victory, by the way.
I think during the one of the most recent award shows, someone was live streaming with him. He's like, "So, what are your thoughts on Ye and Kanye?" And he's like, "Bro, what are you doing? I'm not about to talk about this with you." Kai Cenat was like that on his stream, and someone that came up to him.
He's young, so he's gonna be more careful.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure the older he gets, the less he's gonna hold his tongue.
Yeah,
but
I'm just and it's not even in relation to Kai Cenat, but how much money is enough?
I mean, I don't know, man.
I don't know.
How much is enough for you?
I mean,
Depends on your lifestyle.
I guess it does. Yeah.
So quick hit on the next one. Paul Finley, former U.S. Congressman, quote, "Let's be clear, the U.S. Congress is no longer a representative of the body of the American people. It has become an annex of Israeli embassy. Every policy passed there originates in Tel Aviv." Credible source, I believe, with his statement. And I think it just proves more of the rhetoric and what we've been happening, what's been going on, especially with this U.S., Israeli AI bill.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And if you guys have not, go follow us on Kingdom Outkasts on Instagram and make sure you like that video that Brandon green screen and put out for us. It was very interesting to read. I've been actually sending it to a lot of my loved ones. Not a lot, but a couple of my loved ones that they're not in the truth yet, but I'm just like, hey, this is interesting.
Yeah. That last one we can talk about another time. Yeah. But
into our main topic.
Yeah, man. Main topic.
Entering the new age.
So I think this I hinted at this in our current events, but we're seeing so much information get put out. And a lot of Hollywood's getting exposed, and a lot of who owns what is being exposed. And this is really just a discussion as to what more evidence are we seeing that there's a real shift coming. And I think that for me and my thinking with this new age is solely a digital age. Everything is going to become digitized, whether it's everyone is, you have digital identification, or whether you have digital money, whether you have a digital identity, not in the sense of like government identification, but in like social media and everything like that. We're entering into this new age where everything is just solely going online. And it makes sense because in the 2000s is when the internet became popular. We see things starting to become a little bit more digital. But now it's like nothing, like, I can't even remember the last time I've seen someone have a newspaper thrown on their driveway.
Uh-huh.
You know, like that was something we saw as kids. You know, like I even had a paper route. You know, so it's like that's like paper is like totally being phased out.
Did you? You were a paper boy?
I was not a paper boy.
Oh, look, something new every
So get your
day.
money, little paper bag boy. Get money, get your money, little paper bag boy.
I helped with the paper route.
So far this episode.
If he don't do nothing,
Yeah.
he'll ball.
Counting all day like a clock on the wall.
So,
Yeah, I agree. I think that the digital age is just bringing everyone into this connected society. There's not going to be any more privacy. I believe that there's going to be mass surveillance state. I think that there will be opportunities, though. I think every time a new era, one chapter closes, a new era opens, like million and billionaires are made during that time because people jump on certain bandwagons when they see like, oh, there's going to be a new demand here and there's going to be a shift there. I've seen different posts and things where AI will write about the certain job titles that are going to be decreasing in the future versus particular things that are going to increase. So like people who work on data, any form of like working on data, either data mining or creating coding and things like that, that's going to be increased. But like bookkeeping and accounting, for example, is going to eventually become void because all computers can do that work. So I think in the new age, yeah, everyone is going to mostly work from their devices. I don't think there's going to be as many skill set workers. And I do think that all of our information, like how we have a birth certificate now, and we have a social security card, we have a passport, we still have physical documents that we carry. All those things will be virtual. I can see everyone really like buffing up their home security, their home cybersecurity. Like there was probably a time where you can just trust, like I'm on my normal Wi-Fi. I don't need a VPN or any kind of thing like that. But in the future, everyone's probably going to have like individual VPNs as well. Because if we have crypto and we have all of our socials, our credit card numbers, all these things on virtual devices that's connected to our home Wi-Fi, everyone's going to have individual VPNs. We can't just trust AT&T to keep all of our personal data safe.
Yeah, that's real.
So I could see.
So I'll be unplugging my Wi-Fi router every night, and whenever I'm not there, Wi-Fi is unplugged.
Are you gonna do that when you live with me?
Yeah, all that radiation.
Oh my gosh,
I have a radiation meter in the whip if you want to like make it real to you.
A meter?
Yeah, you can measure the radiation on
Yes.
all of this.
Oh, we might have to do that after. We might have to do some things, like a little experiment.
Yeah.
Because that's scary.
It can be maybe an episode or a post.
Yeah.
But no, when you see how much radiation is actually constantly hitting us, it's like, fam, this is
creepy.
Nuts.
Yeah. Really creepy.
Nuts. How am I very not cooked right now?
I could also see all of us being like, I'm not going to say like cartoons, like aliases. What do they call those little, when you have not an NPC, but it's like what your profile is.
Avatar.
Your avatar. I could see a lot of, I could see in the new era, there being like an avatar, like sort of way that you socialize with other
like
people.
the metaverse.
Yeah.
That's why they gave us freaking Oculuses and VR headsets, just make it weird.
I do use an AI headshot on my work profile.
Yeah.
It just seems fitting. Like it is me, but it's just an AI version of me in a button-up shirt with straight hair.
Just to remind people of the scariest patent number that's out there right now. Okay. Cryptocurrency system using body activity data. Now patent number 202666, patented in 2018 by Microsoft Technologies on googlepatent.com.
It was recent, sort of recent.
Yeah. Now, I think we even showed the screenshot on the earliest episode, and you think of this biometric bio. When people don't realize, whenever you hear bio, they're talking about something organic.
Yeah.
Right? Our bodies. So all these bills and AI and stuff getting passed. What this does is mean our bodies are going to be tracked.
Yes.
How will they do this? They have to put something in or on you.
Yeah.
And so, it's just like, I know it's so much to keep up on and realize what's going on. And, you don't have to, but I feel like you can move in power and not fear when you do have knowledge of what's possibly going to happen. And I don't think we realize the framework for the new order of the new ages is literally, it's there. I mean, there's probably just a few more moving parts, but it's pretty much there.
Yeah, I mean, you think about the big beautiful bill. That's one aspect where it really touches on AI governance. Like, no states for the next 10 years, so until 2035, no states can put any bans on AI. That means that in the next 10 years, we are going to see AI encroach upon our everyday lives all the more.
This might be what really makes people leave the state and country. Like, when it's like, yo, fam, we can't live here no more. But, it's kind of like, hopefully laws and things would be placed, but that wouldn't really thwart us from being able to, like, leave.
Yeah.
Or maybe the exodus happened by then.
When I see, like, futuristic, like, kind of movies, like dystopian, I don't know if that's the right word, but when they're dystopian, when they show the future, they also show the concept that even though the technology is, like, radically advanced, the style in which people, like, dress and wear and the way they speak is, like, reverted back to, like, the early 1800s.
Yeah.
So almost like a Handmaid's Tale type of thing, where there's, like, a reverse and everyone is, like, overly formal and they dress in this, like, robotic sort of, like, old timey feel, and there's like a lot less personal rights and individuality, yet there's conveniences because of the extreme amount of AI. Like, I can totally picture that.
Yeah, and I mean, if we talk about this, did we talk about this? Think about these data centers, the energy consumption that they utilize. It could set us back a lot of years with how much energy. Like, let's say AI is now in everything, then it's going to just require more data centers, but it's going to require a lot more energy usage, which means that we might have rolling blackouts. It might mean that people don't have water and access to other sorts of resources. So it's a reality, but I think it is part of the one world order.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
and what if we go into, like, back into, like, a segregation, almost, like, because of racial tensions, people start to really, like, separate and look out for one another.
I think it could happen.
Not look out for one another, look out for themselves and their communities.
Yeah, I think it would happen, but I think it would be more of, like, poor against rich, kind of, for real, like, more class against class. Not. I don't think it's going to be solely on, like, race. To be real, even though the origins for race wars, to start, but at the end of the day, those are appointed for those who were, always going to be there. But
that's right.
Don't fall asleep on us, bud.
Anyways,
maybe like a jumping jack or something.
Anyways,
you seriously are looking like bunnies.
Alternative thought, guys. We're talking about zombies.
Yeah, speaking of sleeping.
Sleeping people.
So last night, Elijah and I went to see this movie called 28 Years Later, which, unbeknownst to me, now this is a series, not a series, but
trilogy.
This was a trilogy. This was the third movie in the series. In the first two, they came out like 20 plus years ago, and I thought it was about 30 years post-apocalyptic event, but it is more so a zombie movie. 30 years post a zombie apocalypse, where a particular area is quarantined off, and the people are stuck there for the 30 years, and they have to learn how to, like, rebuild and live and how to exist amongst zombies.
Yeah.
So it brought to my mind, why do they have so many zombie movies? Like, why do they write that at the end of times, humans are going to turn into flesh-eating, like, beasts? What are zombies? Are they biblical?
I mean,
dead coming to life. I mean, the dead rising. I mean, if you want to, no, it's not really biblical. I mean, zombies isn't even really a thing in ancient civilizations for real. It's more of the stories of whether a person's come back to life or this deity, returns from the dead or whatever. Like, but there's not really ever been like an occurrence of zombie like that as I can see in ancient civilization. But what I do know is that a couple years ago, the military were actually conducting zombie, meetings in case of a zombie outbreak. It's a couple stuff that went viral. Some video from inside the meetings had kind of went viral a little bit, where a person was showed they had a zombie pamphlet there, in this military meeting. I think what the reality of the situation is going to be is people are going to be mind controlled.
Yeah.
I think there's already a version of that happening. And
like MK Ultra you into a zombie.
And think about it, cake the human body up with so many nanoparticles, right? That everybody is now a walking antenna.
What about the flesh eating part? That's the disturbing part.
That's television. Yeah, it's for that's television. You know what I mean? I mean, granted, you had certain stories of people who say took the COVID vaccine or whatever, and now they went, zombie-ish or ape and started eating people. I feel like that's
brain fog.
Right? But
a different level of brain fog.
It is definitely different.
They always can't walk, and they're always. And then in the movie, they're in Scotland.
They're in the UK.
Why are there never zombies in Africa? I've never seen a zombie apocalypse that occurred in Africa.
You've never seen an apocalypse movie in Africa.
Not a zombie movie. I've never seen a black zombie. I've never seen a black vampire.
You've never seen an apocalypse movie.
I've seen a black vampire, but
no, you've never seen Africa as where the apocalypse was happening.
Where it started.
Right.
It never started. Or it happened, yeah.
There's a reason for that.
2012, in the movie 2012, that last ship, 3 ships that survived, sailed into East Africa. They're telling you. They know.
Oh, so that's where people are going to flee to. Yeah. Basically, that's the fleeing place.
Yeah, all these movies are just showing us what they know the end time's going to be like. They never show Africa, though.
I mean, think about it. That just doesn't make for a good movie. Also, Negro zombies. I mean,
well, scary as it is.
It's going to be. They're going to be so fast.
Everybody's dead. Everybody's dead.
Strong.
Everybody's dead.
Think about NFL players just running after.
Big ass zombies.
It's going to be a quick 15-minute movie.
Everybody's gone.
Okay, what about in Revelations where it talks about that men would desire death, but it would be fleeting, or they would seek to die and can't?
That's when they take the mark, right?
To me, that's giving zombie, because a zombie can't die.
Zombie
if you can't die,
mindless.
But you want to die, that's a zombie to me. You're walking around with your brain dead.
Think about Neuralink.
Here we go. Or nanoparticles.
Way,
that or nanoparticles. Yeah. Either way, Look, I have a patent number for nanoparticles controlling cell data. Okay. Hey, guess what? Look at this. Nervous system manipulation by electromagnetic field monitors.
I have a question.
US 6506145B2, and I got one more to read here. Nervous system manipulation by electromagnetic fields from monitors. I got my bad. I meant ferritin nanoparticle compositions and methods to modulate cell activity.
I just want to say,
bruh, you said you had a question.
Oh, Rockefeller University, by the way. That one's patented by Rockefeller University. Nanoparticle cell manipulation.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Look, that's the zombie.
Yeah.
It's not actual dead people coming back to life. Hey, I could see the great Antichrist miracle happening. Is somebody seems dead. I brought them back to life, and they really turn on a nanoparticle thing somewhere.
And then that would be so creepy.
Bruh. Fake. It's fake prophecy on the way. Yeah. Oh, I called it.
Come on. We're gonna come back to the episode 50 and be like, "Oh my gosh, Brandon said that. He said that."
Look, my neighbor.
I want to say on the record, Brandon, no one has a better records keeping or screenshot game better than you.
How do you find them so fast?
I don't. You are just built different.
iPhone got this word search thing now.
Oh, you
with
put in
your
word.
Photos?
Yeah.
Oh wow!
You can type dog and it'll show you all your pictures of your dog. Honestly,
I know you can
it's
do
honestly
that.
invasion of
That is
information.
very
Yeah, I know you
invasive.
can look for words.
That's
but
crazy. You
I
can
did
take.
not know
I mean,
that.
the same way you can take photos of plants and it'll tell you the type
Let me
of
try
plant.
this.
That's just funny because you
this.
do find your sources extremely quickly. So yeah, I mean, we've always wondered that. I'm glad we got clarity on that.
352
'cause
pictures
it's a lot
of
in
crypto.
But I could take a photo of your plant outside and iPhone will tell me what the plant is.
Oh, the iPhone thought it was a special app.
No, the
It's on
iPhone
iPhone.
photo.
Oh,
Yeah. So yeah, they're invading there's settings.
That's AI right there.
Yeah.
That's AI.
Okay, so I can rest assured that like zombies aren't real, and it's not like there's not going to be a zombie apocalypse.
Yes.
Just keep running.
Okay. If they come back to life by the power of Yeshua HaMashiach, they're actually fully alive, like Lazarus.
And I think there's only going to be two of those.
Or him himself.
The two witnesses in Revelation.
Two witnesses. I have a apocryphal writing that talks about that and identifies what tribe that they'll be from.
Interesting.
Right, assume
Save it for
probably
later.
Levi and Judah. Right, assume it'd be Levi and Judah.
Well, it said Levi, Ash, and Asher, and the greater of them will be Judah. So there's like a leader of the two witnesses, Judah, and then Levi and Asher. And that's what they said the tribes will come.
That was a Hebrew nugget.
That is a Hebrew nugget. Yeah, that's a banger.
I mean, news. Look, let me
Financial
see.
News. Financial
I
news.
might be able to. I was gonna see if I could word search it real quick.
Probably Levi and Asher.
Yeah, right. Because I think I have screenshots. He has set them as witnesses before the throne. You know what? Oh, I got you, Levi. Levi, Judah. Okay, wait. Levi.
Was this from Baruch?
This is from the Book of Nations. Okay, here we go. This is just a small part of it, but it's way bigger, text. My children, I have seen the elect. I am made to be their witnesses. They are mighty in their faith, and the very God who have created them. Behold, the one that descended from Asher, and the greater of Levi, and their head will be Judah. Watching you be ready. In the previous scripture, it talks about also how they'll have power to literally command like nature, and perform miracles and bring the dead to life.
Interesting.
Which Yeshua said, you will see greater miracles than what I've even done.
Yeah.
So, and that's order of Melchizedek power, where Moses had, a command over the angels of the Red Sea, anywhere you see somebody could manipulate nature, had powers like. They had the order of Melchizedek on them.
Interesting.
So financial news?
Yeah. So I'm gonna say this as best as I possibly can. CBDCs are on the way, and they're not the CBDCs that you think that I'm talking about. These are for my real crypto nerds, okay? CBDCs. I'm making up a new acronym right here. Centralized bank issued digital currencies.
Wait, hold on. That's not an acronym you made up. That's literally the real acronym.
That's not the real acronym. The real acronym is Central Bank Digital Currencies. I said centralized bank issued digital currencies. Okay. I added words.
Gotcha.
I added words.
Okay.
Because that is what is on the way. Last week we saw the passing of 3 bills. 3 bills were passed. The Genius Act, the Anti-CBDC Act, and the Clarity Act. The thing is that with all these acts, okay, they're going to be able to issue stable coins. It's also giving clarity for banks to issue stable coins, and also retailers. That's the big one. Your Target, Chick-fil-A, Starbucks, Amazon, Walmart. They're going to be able to issue stable coins, which is totally changing the game. But this is laying the infrastructure and the framework for a centralized bank-issued digital currency to be issued and come about. Everyone who's going to be issuing stablecoins has to fall under the regulation of the government.
So stablecoin is like another coin, basically.
Yeah, it's another coin.
Is it tradable already? Viable already?
I mean, you can get some Ripple RLUSD. That's their stable coin. Ripple has their own stable coin.
Oh, it's a stable coin,
Yeah,
but there's not the stable coin.
No, there's not the. There's gonna be a lot.
There's gonna be diversity in the stable.
Chick-fil-A is gonna have their own stable coin. You know, Starbucks. I'm just saying this. Like, I don't have any proof of these retailers happening. But
stable is a class of coin.
Stable coin is a type of cryptocurrency. Yeah.
So what's that type actually?
It's like, okay, a stable coin essentially is you have Amazon Prime. Mm-hmm. Okay, you have Amazon Prime. Amazon comes out with Amazon coin, their stable coin. You put your debit card in your Amazon Prime account and you transfer over $100 to your Amazon Prime, to your Amazon coin. So you have 200 Amazon coins. That's the stable coin, the 200 Amazon coins.
So it's like we're just creating our own currency that you have to convert to.
Yes.
That's annoying, and it sounds like more steps. I know they're going to set it up to where it's not like more steps.
Well, it's going to make it better for them because they don't. It doesn't have to be a one-to-one thing.
That's also easy.
Does that mean the bank doesn't hold their money?
You know what that
is? They basically become the bank, but yeah.
And the stable coin isn't necessarily connected to the US dollar.
No, it's backed. Some stable coins will be backed. They likely will be backed by the United States.
Because I can see as the United States dwindle, your converting to stable coin will become less and less and less and less and less.
Yeah, they're going to try to really what they're trying to do is salvage the United States economy as much as possible. So by having dollar-backed stable coins, say Amazon pushes those out, then in Europe you have to change it over. Because right now, like the European dollar is actually stronger than the United States dollar.
Yeah.
Like many countries that usually don't have stronger currencies than the United States have stronger currencies. Yeah. So it's getting rough. So they're trying to save it. But it's going to be interesting how it all gets rolled out. But the infrastructure is on the way for these digital currencies that are going to be programmable, controllable, and traceable.
PCT.
Yeah.
And that goes into...
There goes your acronym.
Thanks, Dave.
These are PCTs, you guys. Yeah. Programmable. PCTs. Oh, wait. Programmable. C. Controllable. T. Trackable.
Mm-hmm. PCTs. Your PCT coin. So, but yeah, I mean, that's why we're seeing all of the certain cryptocurrencies that I be telling people about why they're booming, because they're like the plumbing network. They're like the electrical network. They're like the foundation for this new financial system and rails that is building these new rails.
So with all this being said, right? I'll put it like this, right? So me personally, most of my money is wrapped up in gold or in my investment account, right? Mm-hmm. Is it safe in bank? And we just talked about Bank of America.
Oh yeah.
We didn't talk about it, but Bank of America literally, just put out a statement talking about the US dollar is going to crash some. Do you think we're at a point where it's still safe to keep more money than what you need for bills in the bank account? Especially with banks now laws.
It has to be.
I think that
the banking system is the system. They're going to change form, but they're not going away.
I think that's a person-dependent question. Okay. But, for me, as I think about like an emergency fund, I mean, I got a couple months of rent, because I know that can take care of 1 month of rent and then all my bills if something bad were to happen. But I'm not, like, my dollar bills are losing. They're losing their value very, very fast. So I don't even have it in a savings account. Like,
I'll never do that.
So I think it's very person.
He's asking, like, if the banking system, can we trust our money in the bank?
No, because again, we've watched crashes happen. We've watched times where people can't get to their money, and it was like a big thing, right? And so what I'm saying, with all these laws that have just now passed, now they even have more power and more freedom to just reach into people's accounts and all this stuff. Especially with people like us, right? Do y'all remember that story about when PayPal they dropped their statement saying we're going to debit people for spreading misinformation? I think it was $25,000 or $2,500, right? And I remember I told you I canceled my PayPal that week or whatever.
That's wild.
But think about it. It's literally being set up for a social credit system.
Yes.
And we see this stuff about them saying, oh, anybody saying anti-Semitic comments, blah, 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 deportation, right, or whatever. So we could, I think a lot of more people than we realize could be in danger of having, funds clipped, something happening or something because of, what we put out.
I don't think the cashing of matches is the best solution. I do think a silver and gold option is
for sure
best. And I think a diversified portfolio is the most ideal. But to say what you're saying, like to answer your question, me personally, I don't really trust my money in the bank. I'd rather tangibly see it. But nowadays everything's like so digital. It's like that. I do keep cash on hand, and I keep that thing on me just in case anyone's watching. But like silver, gold, and then
like my man. Yeah,
silver and gold, and I think because crypto is going to be the next.
It's my man. Oh, we said it off beat. That's how it is. In case you want to reference.
That's all I got for y'all.
Yeah, that's the podcast. Nah, but good episode, you guys.
Yes.
Most definitely, man. This was another episode of Kingdom Outkasts podcast, episode 50. I'm saying half a century. Oh yes, be sure to comment, like, share, subscribe. If you would like to see us pour more into this podcast, better content, more content. As you can see, we've added different kinds of content on our Instagram channel. Be sure to,
comment,
pour into us at Kingdom Outkasts Pod, Cash App. Shout out to Chloe, all right, and shout out to Trey. We're gonna come up with some type of reward system for you guys who decide to donate to us. I don't know, something like a super chat. I don't know.
Maybe we'll just have a Kingdom Outkasts stablecoin.
Yeah, or kickback.
Well, there you go. Kickback in your place.
Yep, we'll just have Kingdom Outkasts kickback.
Okay, yeah, we'll see.
She
never allow y'all randoms in here. I'm joking.
It would be. Oh, well.
Yeah, look at
donated, or we know them. So
no, I'm messing. But yeah, I appreciate y'all for pouring into us. And
yeah,
Shalom, take the Most High with you. Kingdom Outkasts podcast out.
Be blessed.
Photo.
We're gonna take it on your phone.
Yeah.